Hey everybody, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Good evening to all. Happy Tuesday. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna do some listing tonight. I don't know what you guys are gonna do. Hopefully you'll join me. Maybe it'll encourage you to do some listing on your own. But I got a bunch of stuff I got to list, so I'm gonna do some listing. We're gonna get into it very quickly too. Not a lot of chatter tonight. What's up, CJ? Yes, indeed, man. Let's do this. Is correct. Hey Dawn, how you doing? Thank you so much for coming in. The Veranda Files. How you doing? Hello. Hydron. Very cool. Welcome to the show. CJ. Hey, Joe. How are you? Where it's always afternoon. Just getting around. 6 p.m. here. Yeah, guys, I am going to be listing. No problem, Jim. How you doing? Drive safely. Hey, Douglas. Welcome to the show. Wow, all these comments are suddenly pouring in. Mostly people saying hi to each other, which is cool. Hey, Connie. How you doing? Welcome aboard. Gonna list tonight, Connie. I know I'm one to watch a lot of shows like this where people are listing or chatting about listing or chatting about sourcing or chatting about shipping. It kind of encourages me. So that's sort of the part of the impetus of doing this tonight. What's up, Jim? How you doing? Welcome. JC, good evening to you, sir. Karen, good evening to you, ma'am. And as messages just keep flying in, nothing to do with this. I'm sorry. We have a gig news, like internal Beetle gig stuff going on. Well, anyway, yeah, without any further ado, I'm really going to get right into it. Your listing, very cool, Connie. Without any further ado, let me just respond to this one message. Otherwise, it's going to keep popping up until I respond to it. But thank you so much, everybody, for coming in on an off night. We had a little thing we had to take care of with the family last night, so I wasn't able to get on. But hopefully make amends tonight, stay on for a little bit. I know there's probably other shows on Tuesday for sure. Popeye has his usual spot at 8, I believe. So it gives us a solid, 2 hours to play around and get some stuff listed. June 2nd. We just got a new date on June 2nd. I have to mark my calendar, and then we will commence with the listing segment of the show. How's everybody doing? Hope you had a nice weekend. June 2nd. What day is June 2nd? June 2nd is a Friday. Friday, as they say in this area. Blessed. Right, beautiful. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Connie's listing. That's awesome. Dawn has 103 listings scheduled. Wow, very good. That's fantastic. And when you have them ready to roll like that, Dawn, do you schedule like a certain portion every day automatically to go live? Like, how do you do that? Do you do all 103 the next day? Do you do like 20 a day for 5 days? Just curious what your approach is. I haven't done that before. I just kind of list when I list. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a really good idea in a case of if you're going on vacation or something to keep some activity going, even though, you close your store for whatever period you're not going to be around. I think it's a nice idea to maybe like, even if it's like 10 a day or something, just kind of like Dawn's doing. If you're going to be gone for a week or something, have 100 ready to roll and, every day have 10 go off, something like that. I think that's a cool idea. All right. Anyway, I'm going to pull it right up, everybody, and just get into this sort of. So feel free to chat, ask questions, make comments as usual, but I'm going to kind of really be into getting some stuff up. That's my goal tonight, just for myself. And I did rearrange some of this stuff, so I'm on the lower right. A lot of new functionality within StreamYard for anybody who's familiar. I'll get rid of that banner so we could see better, and I'll get rid of the branding so we could see the top. There you go. And again, welcome to everybody. Thanks so much for coming in tonight. Hope you're in the mood to do some listing or at least listen to somebody list since the scheduling is free now. Yes. Very cool. Yeah, and of course you could always add to that on a given day. You could just say, you get in the mood to do some listing. You could do another 50 that day, but you're guaranteed to have whatever it is, 20 a day or so. I think that's really cool. Yeah, definitely. All right. Let me just give you the lowdown on what I'm doing. If anybody doesn't know, this is called 6-bit. It's just a listing tool that I use for postcards. To go through really quickly, here's the title. I'm still working on World's Fair cards. I have somewhere around 1,000 of these 1964, 65 New York World's Fair cards to get up. I've listed, I don't know, a small portion. I listed several hundred of the 3940 World's Fair stuff. And I really got the knack as far as pricing with those things. I kind of just have like you'll see this one is $7.99. Most of the cards I've been listing so far from the 64-65 card World's Fair have been $7.99. And when I see an outlier, like something that looks a little unique or different, I'll look it up. Otherwise, I'm pretty much just sticking $8 a card, bang, 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 and just trying to plow through. But a really quick overview if anybody's not familiar with this interface, and it might look archaic to some, it might look complicated to some. I'm not sure, but I love it. The title is consistent. I think I have like 50 templates created with the same title. So that takes care of like, half the title, 32 characters right there out of the 80, right? My pricing is $79, which I could $7.99, which I can change if I want. This is just my usual store stuff. I'm in the postcard category. I'm on managed payments. I offer returns, things like that. Item specifics, which is a sore spot for some. I've given in and done some specifics that are consistent. It's very easy when you have like cards for me. I'm going to do hundreds and hundreds of these 64-65 World's Fair. So my city region, I could actually put New York State if I wanted. World's Fair is the topic I came up with. They're all printed. They're all single units. So it fills in some of the, I put photochrome and original. It takes care of some of those specifics, so I don't have nothing filled out. Like in some of the earlier listings I did, I had nothing in there. And I just gave in, again, when I'm going through like cards like this, it's so simple. I don't have to change any of this. So I tick it once, and there we go. It still leaves with me, I don't know, 2 or 3 that they want to have filled out, but I don't fill them out. I haven't had any issue. Feel free to do what you'd like. And then this is just my internal SKU system. BH is for Big Haul, which was the big postcard big postcard haul I picked up. And I'm on box B7, tab number 7. So that's my SKU system. All right. And I'm going to pull in a picture, which comes right in from my desktop folder with all my scans. And hopefully you guys can see all this. I'm going to have to look over at the YouTube feed. Okay, cool. You can see the pictures coming in. Great. There's the photo. Like this one right out of the gate. This is a little different than the ones I've seen. It's a dinosaur with small arms. Hey, Keith, what's going on, man? You've been listing the 33 Chicago card? Very cool. How you doing? Are you selling some? I've had a lot of good things happen with the 1939 World's Fair. I don't know if I've sold any 64 yet, but I'm sure I will. It's, again, matter of getting them up, hence the listing show. I want to list postcards tonight. That's what I'm going to do. So, again, feel free to list along with me. Just hang out and listen. All the usual in the chat. Anything anybody wants to bring up, questions, concerns, comments, please feel free. I'll keep looking over because I have the screen, full screen on my side, so I can't really see the chat on StreamYard. But if you keep seeing me look to my left, it's because I'm checking out YouTube for the comments, okay? Well, anyway, this one looks cool. So there's the front. I'll go to the back. The one very different thing about the 64-65 World's Fair is that there's no indication on the front of any of these cards. I could blow it up. It never has writing on the front. I haven't come across one yet that says, Dino Land or whatever this is going to be called. It's always on the back. So you have the image there, and then right here, Tyrannosaurus Rex. So we're going to put, this is the same, New York World's Fair, 64-65 postcard. Of course, I can't spell Tyrannosaurus without looking at it. Tyrannosaurus Rex. The largest and most terrifying flesh-eating dinosaur that ever lived, featured at Sinclair Dino Land. So there we go. Sinclair Dino Land. Done. That's now what I'm going to do is, because this one is a little bit different, I'm going to look it up on eBay, and they have this really nice tool up here, this little magnifying glass. If you click on it, and again, I'm going to keep looking to my left to see if you guys see the same thing I see. But this is a great feature within 6-bit where you could just pull up. I don't know if you could see it yet. You probably can't because it's a different window. Well, anyway, it pulls up an eBay search for the title that you've put in and looks for any like matches. So like I can see I see ironically a print ad of the same image, 64 Sinclair Dinoland New York World's Fair Tyrannosaurus Rex print ad. But at least with the search parameter that here we go. Somebody has this up for $8.15. So I'm right in my ballpark with my $7.99. I'm fine with that. I take offers. So that's it. We'll hit save and exit. And what that does is it pens this. And again, I don't know if you'll see this screen. What's up, Purple Soccer? How you doing? But I have 37 set up right now. Oh, did my screen just stop sharing? Uh-oh, hold on. Present. I think my screen just stopped sharing. Wonder why that was. All right, well, check this out. This is all the same items. You see how everything's consistent? 64, 65. I just changed the title. I have, 36, 37 of them set up right now. And then we will go to the next item. I'll double click on this. It looks like it's not sharing for some reason. Hold on. Hold the phone. Oy vey. StreamYard at 2. Let me say hi to some folks who have come in. Keith, what's going on, man? Unfortunately, there hasn't been much interest in the Chicago World's Fair. Is that true? That's a shame. The New York ones are extremely popular, obviously. St. Louis World's Fair, 1904, I think, right? 1903, 1904. I know it's kind of legendary. Hi, Sandy. I'm not sure. Treasure Island, San Francisco World's Fair. What year was San Francisco? 62? Wasn't that like newer? Yeah, I see that you can't see. I'm going to work on that. Don't know why. Don't know why. All I did was hit present. So let's go back. Try this again. Share screen. Window. Share. Nope. Yep. You see it now? You should see it now. Yep, I see that. I think we got it. There we go. All is right in the world again, Sandy. Sorry about that. You picked up your phone and now holding it? Okay. There we go. All right. Back to the grind, everybody. So there we go. There's one down already. And I'm, obviously I'm speaking with you and all, so it's going to be a little bit slower, but this is the kind of speed. I love this. I can just kind of plow through, especially with like cards, like topics. It's really simple to bang out, tons of these. Next card is dear to my heart. That would be Shea Stadium, former home of the New York Mets, concert hall of the Beatles, 1965. Been there a million times. I can't believe they tore it down. I was really upset about that. It's been like over 10 years, which is crazy to think. But that's an image of Shea Stadium, which at the time was brand new. It opened in 64 season. So, and you can see there's obviously some fans in the seats there. So that would be Shea Stadium. I don't even have to do anything with this one. I'm just going to put Shea Stadium. See what they have on the back. Again, no wording on the front in this World's Fair. It says William A. Shea, Flushing Meadow Park. I'm going to put Flushing Meadow Park, which is where all the New York World's Fairs were held, in Flushing Meadow. I might just put like exterior or something. And that's it. That's another $7.99. Bam, save and exit. Next one. And what happens is these all just penned in 6-bit system. And then when you're ready to submit to eBay, you click a button and they all go along with their photos. Here's a multi-view. So I'm going to put multi-view before the word postcard. Multi-view postcard. And some of the things on there, I want to show everybody. When we get a close-up of this one, see this thing right here that was the heliport for the Port Authority? It's now a restaurant, or it was a restaurant. And I had my high school, what's it called? Prom in this very building. That's kind of cool. It became like a restaurant. Those towers are still there. This sphere is still there. So this is a multi-view. Let's see what it says. Counterclockwise. You can see the different items that are being showcased. New York State Observation Towers, Pavilion of the Vatican, Port of New York Authority, Unisphere. So we can definitely put Unisphere. That's the globe-like thing, which you're going to see tons of. I'm going to put GM building. I'm trying to highlight things that people might search. I'm going to put observation tower. I'm not going to put tower. I'm just going to put observation. There we go. Really? That's crazy. Why is it losing it? And thanks for letting me know. Why is it stopping? What's up, Michael? How you doing? Yeah, there you go. Unwind. Cheers, Michael. Yes, it's good. Check out the car colors. Yeah. No problem. No problem. We'll figure it out. Yeah, when I save, it keeps dropping it. You know why? Because it switches screens. That's why. So let's try. You know what we could try? I'll tell you what we could try. We could try to share the whole screen. And then I think I just need to highlight the window I'm on. Let's try that. So let's do entire screen. Bear with me. You're going to see some funky, psychedelic looking multi-screen stuff for an instant, I think. Like that. And then I believe if we just go onto one screen, that is rectified. Can you tell me if you see it now? Yes, Sandy, correct. Just give it a second, and hopefully you'll see a big old 6-bit screen in a second. There we go. Rocking and rolling, everybody? Cool. Thank you. All right. So we have the multi-view. Once again, there's what I put in. Unisphere, GM building, which was legendary. That's the building down here. The Futurama, which was also in the 39 World's Fair, was featured there. So it's kind of a redo 25 years later, excuse me. And there's the blow up of the image, which is nice. You guys can see that too. Oh, look at that. And we could zoom. I like the painter's palette thing. That's kind of unique too. So this one I'm going to search, and now you should be able to see me search it. You click on that little magnifying glass. It pulls up a separate window. And here's where you can look for comps. Again, it's just going to drive off of what you've put in as a title. You could alter this within here, but it's pretty cool. Without having to go to a separate window, you could pull up comps right here. Oh, what do you know? Jiminy Flip It. See, this is kind of nice too. When you start listing these things, your name pops up a lot. Here's one, $9.95. Picnic postcard. Picnic. Nick, are you here? He's got it up for $9.95. And just like on a real eBay, you could do a search for solds, and this one sold for $5.99 in January. So I'm just going to stick with my usual pricing scheme. Hit save and exit, and now you should see what I see after I hit save and exit. That's what was kicking us out. Here's the main screen now. They call this under construction. It's just all of the templates I have set up to list right now. Yep, yeah, it is handy. I love that, Dawn. All right, bam. Now you can see everything. This is cool. There's all the pictures I have in this folder. See, BH, B7. I see a rocket ship. I see a couple of rocket ships. Let's go for the first one. We are most definitely in the space age in the mid-'60s, really the early 60s, because of Kennedy's commitment to get us to the moon before the Russians. But that's the base of a rocket, obviously. We'll look for the back, and this would be the U.S. Space Park. U.S. Space Park. I don't go into detail like I do as far as titles. If if it was Mark from SM Postcards, so hopefully we'll be in. If he's not in already, he would put, postcard, rocket ship, save. I get a little more detail than that, but I don't get as down and dirty as I would with print ads, where I look for like some cool keywords or unique things. The postcards, at least what I'm doing right now, I'm more high level. You figure this whole first canned thing I have is 32 characters already. So U.S. Space Park, and it says the Saturn V rocket, right? Boat tail. Interesting term. I didn't know it was called a boat tail. And I'm going to put, for fun, rockets. All right, and there's the front again. And this one I'll search just because I haven't seen this one yet. Doesn't mean it's anything special, but I'm going to stick with my $7.99 until proven otherwise. That's my methodology here. $8.99, $8.15. The big old rocket somebody's got up for 14 and change. $6, $9. I'm thinking I'm right in my wheelhouse. $7.99 all night. Sure does make listing easy. Save and exit. So look, we've already got 4 listings. I didn't realize what a history lesson playing with postcards would bring. I agree, Sandy. It's so much fun. Raise your hand if you love history. Now, we already saw this rocket was up. Somebody had it up for like $14. This would be the Titan II. I'm going to put Titan II rocket ship Gemini capsule. Gemini. You see how quickly this goes? Like, It's just about 70 characters. That's good enough for me. Let's do a quick search, even though we saw that one for what, 14 bucks or something. People dig rocket ships. Hi, Tenna. How are you? Tenna loves history. Very good, very good. And Doug, how you doing? We're always raising his hand. Absolutely. eBay search. What do I have in the New York's the rocket? Sometimes there's too much in there. You see it's bringing up like a whole bunch of just 64, 65 World's Fair cards. So I'm going to, for the purposes of this exercise, I'm going to whittle this down a little and just put Postcard Titan 2 rocket. Let's just see if that gives us any different results. There we go. It did. I'm doing my $7.99. That's all. Make an offer. Bam. I am in under a quarter. I'm in under 20 cents a card, just to keep teasing the prices, but under 20 cents per on this lot. So I'll take $8 day and night. And again, thanks everybody for coming in on a Tuesday night. Hope you're having a good evening. Hope you get fired up and do a little listing on your own. That's a pretty image, isn't it? Of course, we know that's a Unisphere already, right? And I know what that statue is called because I've listed a bunch, but I can't spell Unisphere. Not that it comes up in spell check anyway. And we're going to have a night view too, so I'm going to put that night view. Let's see what it's titled. The Rocket Thrower. That's the name of that statue, which I'll blow up for everybody. Rocket Thrower. Bam, 75, just like that, 75 characters filled. That's a nice image. That's the Rocket Thrower. You're going to see this guy quite a few times in 64, 65, New York World's Fair postcard land. That's him. That's kind of a silhouette. Night view, fountains. I could have put fountains potentially, but that's okay. There's a blow-up of the image if anyone wants to see. You can see they had cable cars up there, like they have in Disney. Oh, I'm sure, Sandy. A lot of people, my parents were married in 65, and they attended this fair. And I've like my whole life, I've seen, we have slides of it. Really nice. They have very fun. It was just before I was born, so I missed it. But there we go. I'm thinking this is $7.99, but you know what? Just for fun, let's pull it up. And there's one for $6.39, $8.99. I hope everybody agrees or at least understands my methodology when it comes to pricing these right now. Anyway, when I get into different types of postcards that aren't all the same like this, and like I keep sort of alluding to, I'm going to do a bunch of Christmas cards that I got that I know nothing about. I'm going to wind up looking up those a whole lot more and being much more detail oriented within each card. Whereas right now they're all $7.99 until I find something that's like jumps off the page. If it's something really a little more scarce or a little more unique. But I think my $7.99 pricing structure is pretty cool. So there we go. Joanne went as a kid. That's awesome. Where are you from, Joanne? From Brooklyn, from Queens, Jersey. So this one's a nice image, which I guess you could all see a little bit of anyway. Looks like we got a fighter jet of some kind. Look at that, a NASA fighter jet. That's just very nice. This is called, it's a replica of the X-15 rocket plane. I'm going to put NASA. I did say that. X-15 rocket plane. World speed record of 4,000 miles an hour. That'll get you to the UK in a little over an hour. You're from Brooklyn, Joanne? Oh, awesome. Where in Brooklyn? I need specifics. I'm from Staten Island, so I was in Brooklyn all the time growing up. And 90% of people in Staten Island, well, not 90%, half of Staten Islanders are now from Brooklyn originally, and they came over when they built the Verrazano right around the same time. Wasn't that true, Joanne? 764? Let's see if we have any comps on this one. Don't see one. Don't see one. Doesn't mean there aren't any. It just means that within this search, there aren't any. So again, what I'm going to do is just for fun, I'm going to take out this portion and just put postcard NASA There's some nice images of the rocket. Kelly has a rocket up. Look at Surf Dude. He's got a sale going, folks. You got to buy 2 or more, though. All right, I don't see anything. So for fun, I'm going to jack this one up to $9.99. We're just going to go nuts. Caution at the win. Save and exit that one. And if you have a moment, folks, and you would like to leave a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. It helps other people find this video, is what I've heard, that might be interested in stuff like this. But it's just this easy when it comes to listing, again, similar postcards. I have each one of those folders that you see me pulling from. I have 50 scans or 100 scans with 50 postcards front and back. And it goes so fast. I mean, you spend a couple hours, you can get hundreds listed. That's a nice image, obviously nighttime fountain kind of stuff. And that would be called the Fountain of Planets. Remember that one, Joanne? Fountain of Planets. Water. Well, I'm just going to put water. Nighttime. You. Flatbush, sure. Cool. I'm in a band, in case you didn't know, and I've been playing music since I was like professionally since I was like 18. But before that, even we used to play in Bay Ridge all the time. So I was always in Bay Ridge. All right, that's a nice image. Again, let's pull this up. Just the ones that I haven't seen many times. I'm thinking it's a $7.99 card again for me. You know? There's one, $2.75. Who is this? Who is this bringing the market down? There he is. There's me. That's a nice card. Yeah, we'll stick with the same thing. You could obviously see, I noticed this in the 39 World's Fair for sure. You see it repeated 25 years later. Disney sure did borrow a lot of ideas for Epcot and beyond from these World's Fairs. It's astonishing. He famously debuted in the 64 World's Fair the Carousel of Progress, which is a fixture in Walt Disney World now, and still is. But Epcot itself, the whole concept of Epcot is basically, for those who know, a World's Fair. You know, the different countries, the sphere, which is called Spaceship Earth in Disney, was obviously borrowed from GM's Futurama of 1939. It's amazing. Anyway, let's get that one up. Yes, he does do free shipping. Sorry about that, Sandy. I'm trying so hard to keep looking over. Put postcards into their own categories in their store. Postcards, I just have postcards. Print ads and other things, I have many, many different variations on them. Hi, Morris. How are you? Yes, I do free shipping under $19.99 with the standard envelope. Yep. Listing a stack of postcards, and current one is Golden Gate Expo in 39. Very cool. Michael, enjoying the listing banter. Very cool. If you buckle down, it looks like you're going to hit 4,000. Very good, man. That's all right. Congratulations. 4,000 is a solid, very solid number, I think. Again, to me, though, it comes down to what you sell. 4,000 pairs of socks, probably not the most exciting store you'll ever see. 4,000 iPhones, probably going to make a lot of money. 4,000 postcards, somewhere in the middle. And there it is. I mean, that looks so Epcot-ish. If anybody knows Epcot, Horizons, the Horizon building looks just like that. You know, it's crazy. This would be the General Electric building. Obviously, the GE hasn't, the insignia hasn't changed at all for General Electric. And this is called Progress Land. Carousel of Progress. What do you know? Progress Land, which is a spell check item, but we're going to leave it because that's the title, the nomenclature, as they say, for the General Electric exhibit. For me, let's put nighttime. I like to specify, I don't know why, but I like to indicate night, although it's apparent to anybody who's looking at the photo. But if you're doing a search, I think there's probably a population of people that want to see the lights. So I'll always put night or night view when doing these cards. Not just World's Fair, anything. What's up, Cameron? How you doing, man? Welcome to the show. We're just listing $6, $6.50, $7.99 for me. Bam. And here's our 10th listing already in the span of just a few minutes, really. With the aforementioned banter that Michael is enjoying, which I appreciate you enjoying. I'm trying my best to actually, bear down here and get some cards up. That's an interesting view I'm not familiar with. This is the United States Pavilion. Okay. Pavilion, as they say, right, Dawn? Pavilion. And this would be, once again, a night view. Sometimes I put nighttime. Sometimes I just put night. 150,000 square foot building. Glittering facade. That's actually a nice description, isn't it? Got a water thing going. There's Mrs. Flippett. How you doing, baby? I am listing postcards because that's what we do. There we go. Save and exit. And there's 10 down already in the span of a few seconds. No, span of a few minutes. Look at this. We're almost emptying out B7. If you look at the path there, the hall, BHB, B7. B7 is about to become history. That's what I like to see. Another pretty nighttime, beautiful image there. Isn't that nice, everybody? What was this? Probably the same planets. Yep. Fountain of Planets. What is it called? Fountain of Planets. Now, the difficult thing sometimes, not difficult, but the challenging thing is I need to come up with a different title than I just did for the same view. Oh, it was a different view, excuse me, but the same basic thing. It's going to be the Fountain of, whatever it's called, Fountain of Planets again, and it's nighttime again. But I do want to make a distinction so the titles aren't exactly the same. So we play around and put water fountains. I don't think I put water fountain last time. Color. Night. Bam. 80. I'm not even looking it up. $7.99. So what I'll do is we'll polish off this. There's only, what, 2 left. And then I'll submit them, and you can see how quickly they go over to eBay. And just like that, we'll have like 12, 13, 14, whatever. Fingers crossed. I'm sorry. 3,900 postcards and 100 random other things for Michael. You're going to get to 4,000 tonight? We have a nighttime view. We have the observation deck, observation towers. Again, still stand. Oh, it just says at night. There you go. That's a nice, easy keyword. Might as well just take it right from there. Let's see the consistency of this piece through understanding. That was the slogan of the fair. Observation towers. Oh, New York State exhibit. Let's do that. New York State. I don't want to do NY again. No. But New York State. There you go. $7.99 written all over it. So yeah, we'll get 14 listings just like that. I'll show everybody how that works. Oh, no, we just listed these, right? Sorry. If you make a mistake, you could delete the photos by doing that. Oh, it's the last one. Okay, I thought I had 2 more. This is a nice image. I know I have one of these listed already. The Astral Fountain. Night scene. Astral Fountain features a central column of water. Column of water. There you go, 79. Handsome looking image, isn't it? Those like metal stars around a fountain. I like it. $7.99 card, obviously, right? All right, here's what we do. We got, what is it? 13 listings. You hit shift, you select 1 to 13. Everything is already populated, at least here. Hey, Rural Squirrel, how you doing? Kristen is here. Welcome to the show, Kristen. We are listing postcards tonight. It's a listing show, which I've promised for about the last 18 months. All right, maybe that's a slight exaggeration, but 18 weeks probably isn't far off. Hope you're doing well, Kristen. Welcome aboard. So here we go. Again, to anybody who hasn't used a system, any new system is going to look different if you're not familiar with it, but it's, you find yourself just using the same, at least I do, the same several options. This thing has tons of options I haven't even been involved with. But basically all you do is you select your population that you've put in. In this case, it's 13 cards, and you hit the button that says submit. All this is the same. It's fixed price, 30 days. yada, yada, yada. Hit submit. It does the photos first. So you'll see it uploads. We're going to have, if we did 13 listings, we're going to have 26 pictures because it's front and back with the postcards. So it uploads all the photos first, and then it submits the 13 listings to my eBay store. And one of the beautiful things is it also provides an instant backup of all these listings. There's some functionality up there where you can have this program will do a backup of your store. You could set it up to auto refresh with any sort of frequency you want. So if you're listing hundreds of items every week, you want to obviously maintain that inventory within this system. You go in and you do a refresh and it backs up everything. So God forbid eBay explodes tomorrow. You don't lose, 30,000 photos or whatever you have in your store and listings. So now it's submitting all the listings. And it gives you a little report log. Submitted successfully, successfully, successfully. Knock on wood, been using this since September. Haven't had one problem ever. Never had anything not successfully submitted. Yeah, so now's a chance to catch up a little bit with this chat. I'm not going to pull it up on the window because then you'll see that psychedelic thing again. So you're just going to have to get used to me looking over the side constantly. Dawn is saying fountain is there twice. I'm sorry, which one had fountain twice? And that's it. Just like that, via magic, 13 new listings have just hit my eBay store. Now here's what I'm going to do. So you see how I have, 24 more. You can make as many as you want. BH7, though, I am now done with. We're going to go to BH8, which is my next folder. So what I'm going to do is, you do it one or two ways. Let me do it the multiple edit way. Same thing, I select my whole population here, right? Because what I want to do is I want to change my SKU from BH7 to BH8. Select it, edit, batch change items. Product title, I had added that. I'm going to delete that. It's already in place. I'm going to add a new item, and I'm going to look up my SKU. What I'm going to do is change my SKU to BH8. Okay. And look at that. They're all changed to B8, just like that. So now I have 23, 24 listings ready to go into, hey, Mark, what's going on, man? Ready to go into that folder, B8. So without any further ado, let's go to B8. Let's delete these last two from B7. Let's go back to BHB and go to BH8. And there we go. 50 more cards ready to roll. eBay blows up. You're taking over your grandkids' lemonade stand. That's pretty funny. Second fountain postcard just had the word twice in the title. That is a big deal, Dawn. I don't like that. I'm going to have to fix it. Flesh and cursor. Yes, I mean, it goes without saying anybody new to the chat needs to address the Queen of Canada in a proper fashion. But that's how simple it goes. So it's going to be the same thing. We're going to go through 50 postcards right now. See if we can, and if we do that, that's 63 listings, more or less, in the course of just as long as I stay on. We're not going to step on Popeye's toes or anything, or anybody else that might be coming on. He comes on at 8 o'clock on Whatnot. Definitely suggest you head over there at 8. But you start seeing, here's that Unisphere. There's that Unisphere. There's that Horizons building again. It's different views. That's the New York State exhibit, which also still exists. There's the monorail. Disney, Disney, Disney. This is cool. It's a Chrysler car that looks like an engine. There's Unisphere. There's Unisphere. There's a Unisphere. There's a Unisphere. You start seeing the same things. Wish you were here. That's the Empire State Building. That is not in the World's Fair. Oh my God. Dawn has bestowed a pardon. Congratulations, Cameron. $15 Disney cards, beautiful thing. So this would qualify to me as a large letter greeting, correct? Mark et al. Et al. Let's go large letter greeting that says, hello. A great big. So I'm going to go large letter greeting postcard. Hello. Large lettuces puddings. Rockefeller Center, RCA Building. It's also a multi-view. But I don't think, yeah, that's Rockefeller Center. That's The fountains, of course. Doesn't the flashing... Marty doesn't see the flashing cursor. I do not have a flashing cursor anywhere, no. Where do you see a flashing cursor? On what? As I move the cursor around on the screen? I'm on YouTube and I don't see a flashing cursor either. I see an arrow. I'm not moving anything, so please explain. I'm looking at YouTube. What's flashing? As he cautiously waits. It is indeed, Mark, from the 64-65 World's Fair. That's the cards we're listing tonight. We already banged out 13 of them. When you move the cursor around, it delays the... Oh, yeah, I see that. When you move it. So when it's stable, yeah, it's not a flash. It's just an arrow. I just moved it gently to the left. So close your eyes if you're... I wonder if there's a way to get rid of the cursor. Hold on. Maybe I could get rid of it. Let's see if there's an option, okay? I don't want to give Cameron a seizure. Not tonight, anyway. We're going to stop sharing a moment. We're going to put me back up. And we're going to see if within the settings of the sharing option, if there's a way to not show a cursor. I don't know. If anybody does know. Share tab audio is an option, which I don't need to do. Entire screen. Yeah, there's no option to like tick on or off a cursor. If anybody is a StreamYard expert and knows of a way to do that. I know what you mean. It just drags, right? Because there's a delay. Exactly. On my side, it's fine. It's just an arrow. Absolutely. Refresh rates. Yep. Well, there's a built-in lag between StreamYard and YouTube. A 565? Yeah. See, mine is $7.99. That's my... Your 565 is my 79, 799 all day when it comes to 6465. Yeah, there's really, I don't know that there's any way to avoid that, everybody. What's up, Carl? Number 2 is here, and he's wondering what everybody's complaining about. Always something to complain about, Carl. Never satisfied. Oh, really? Pre-recorded? I've done a ton of pre-recorded videos. Has anybody ever noticed? I've never noticed an arrow lagging. I'd be willing to bet it's probably... You're saying it is on his recording. That's really strange. I was going to say it's probably just a function of live. Like Mark's saying, the refresh rate on the screen with that built-in lag. Well, let me know. Show of hands again. If anybody's having a real problem with that, I certainly don't want to make anybody seize out. If we can grin and bear it, then I'll go back in and we'll do more postcards. And while I wait, I'll take a swig of water. Let me know, everybody, if you want to continue or not. I don't want to make anybody sick from a cursor. Pro score listed 7 today. It is on the road and heading home right now. Purple Sorko is unaffected. Thank you very much. Score listed 7. What the heck is it with people in NL? Purple Sorko is fine. Mark went to Chicago for the Postcard show Friday, Saturday. Wondered if you'd gone. I found some great stuff. Very cool, Michael. Dawn says we're fine. Connie says continue. Don't worry about the cursor. It's fine. JC, all right. Seriously, I don't want to make anybody sick. I mean, there's something real, excuse me, about that sort of visual stimulation. There's video games. I know certain video games make people sick and all. Mark has declared himself full of postcards. Whoa. NL equals Newfoundland. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Go, says Mark. Go. Congratulations, Purple Sorko. Oh, you did the Macari thing. Good luck with that. All right, let's fire up 6-bit. I hate the thought of stopping, but I clearly would if it was affecting anybody. So anyway, we have a large letter greeting. It says hello with Radio City Music Hall and the RCA building. Let's see what gives with this search. 1355 on Rose Postcards. Different card, but a large letter. Oh, there's the card we just listed. Look at how quickly this stuff pops up in the search. It's very nice. See my name all over the place. With the 39 stuff, go search 1939 World's Fair Postcard. You're going to see my name a lot. Here we go. $4. Who's this? Paper Cetera. How dare you bring it down? There's my dinosaur we just listed. Look at all those new listings. The power of new listings. $7.99 all day. Bam. And just like that, B8 has begun. We'll be knocking them down at a major clip. I see another large letter greeting. Hi from the World's Fair. Large letter. Hi. I'm going to put NYC Waterfront. I don't know what it says on the back, but that's what I'm going to put. East River, yeah. Lower Manhattan Skyline is actually a good one, too. In fact, we're going to go with Lower Manhattan Skyline. For the win. Right on 80 characters. Oh, share screen. Thank you. Good thing I have excellent peripheral vision, Dawn. Sorry about that. Let's share the screen. Just believe me. All right, there's this. This should be share screen. Let's pull up the 6-bit. Bam. Let me know when it's up, everybody. What's up, Leland? How are you? Stopped in briefly and have your cursor-proof armor on. I appreciate it. I never knew that was a situation or an issue. There we go. It was only gone because I forgot to pull it back up. Let me go back to this thing. Where was I? In the lower right, I believe. Bear with the crazy. That would make me sick. Here we go. Now you should be good. All should be ball in the world again. Let me know. What's up, Ben? How you doing? There we go. And now I'm going to pull. Let's share the one screen. Rock and roll. So anyway, we have World's Fair 6465, large letter greeting, postcard, hi, Lower Manhattan Skyline. Let's look it up. I have a sneaking suspicion I know the price on this one. $8.15 on $3, $3.55. Jackass Retro. Bringing it down. I'm right in line. $7.99. Bam. It is funny how the more you list, the more you see the same cast of characters' names pop up, including one CK Postcards, I might say, Connie. I see you quite frequently when looking up comps. Now these cards, you see the little ruffled outer edges? They're not ripped or anything. They're quite intentionally ruffled. My understanding, and I defer to all my postcard experts, is that that usually means they were pulled out of a book or something. Is that correct? When you see these like ruffled edges? Scalloped is the term. Thank you, Queen of Canada. Scalloped edges. Would that indicate being pulled out of a book or something to that effect? As we take a tour here. I would appreciate if somebody would let me know. But in the interim, clearly we have a, not always, says Cameron. Well, what's your hunch on this one? Those ones aren't pulled out of a book, perforated ones. Okay, cool. So the scallops are not. Thank you, guys. You think would you indicate scalloped in your wording? Connie says they weren't in a book. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Speckled edges. Very cool. Yep, you're right, Michael. Absolutely. I've come across, especially the 6465. I didn't see them on the 39 World's Fair, but most definitely the 6465. Does anyone think I should indicate either that term deckled, as Cameron said, or scalloped, or is it kind of a waste of space? Precious, I might add. Precious title space. You wouldn't bother. Okay, thank you, Dawn. All right, but I mean, here's one that just writes itself. Again, Unisphere, which we're going to see over and over and over, was the icon of the fair. And Promenade. Sorry, my camera's blocking the wording on the thing. Promenade, Promenade, Court of Nations. Only certain people see it wacky. I wonder what that means. If you see it wacky, it might be a telltale sign. Just kidding. So anyway, $7.99. Bam. Plowing through these things tonight, folks. Sorry, we're getting band messages. We have a new band member trying out in another project I'm doing. I have to check in on the young lad to make sure he's practicing. He's saying, yes, sir. Unisphere night scene. You know, you take the title on the back, from the back, I should say. It's kind of all right there. Night scene. Dime a dozen these cards, but I'm still leaving it at my $7.99. Hey, Lori, how you doing? Welcome. Working and watching. Cool. Thank you very much for stopping in. I appreciate it very much, Lori. Hope you're doing well. Thank you on a Tuesday night, a weird night for my show. But I'm glad you're all here, hanging out, and hopefully inspiring. If you're not working, maybe you could get inspired to get some listings. This is a very nice aerial view. Look at that. I'm going to go Unisphere. I'm going to go aerial view. People like aerial views of all different types of things. What does it say? The looking down on the Unisphere is the way they worded it. The Court of Nations. Let's throw on Court of Nations for fun. And because it's an aerial view, we're going up to $9.99. That's it. Putting just listing some of Popeye's cards. Very good. Just showed up to click the like. Oh. All right. Well, thanks for stopping in, Lori. Hope you get a sale. Appreciate you stopping in. Maybe you should increase your basement price point. Currently, my lowest is $5.23. What a bizarre Canadian dollars. Probably equals what, $3? You never worried about a lower few cards and price to grab attention on Postcard, you mean? What do we got here? We got a Unisphere? No Unisphere in this one. What are the odds? This would be, of course, the Pool of Reflections. And there's that statue again of the rocket. What was his name? The rocket thrower? Yep, and there he is, the rocket thrower. I'll put flowers. People like flowers. People search for flowers. Rockets. Thrower. What's up, Matt? Yeah, it's slow as molasses around here, too. What are you going to do? You take the good, you take the bad. These things happen. With alarming frequency sometimes, but they do happen. I see Japan, probably. No, China. Republic of China. I love this. Another Disney thing that they took down, which was terrible. Let's see how the red and gold Oriental Palace of Landscape Gardeners. Selena's rare and beautiful objects of art. The background is the Swiss Sky Ride, which is an exact term that they used to have the Swiss house in Walt Disney World in Magic Kingdom with the Sky Ride. Sky Ride. That's a cool card. See what the eBay has. $12.95, $9.95, $8.99. Yeah, we're going $9.99 on this one. China, kind of a hot button topic nowadays. Sky Ride. Instant $10 card. Exactly, Mike. Very well said. Thank you for finishing my sentence. You do, Laura. You do. Ye of little faith. Anyway, again, thanks everybody for coming in. Almost 7 o'clock already. We're flying by here. GE. The daytime view as opposed to the nighttime view we had before, the GE Pavilion. Progress Land. Bam. So we have almost 10 cards already queued up. And that's just how fast it goes. I see a Unisphere. Looks eerily like the last Unisphere we listed, doesn't it? I think it's a little bit different, though. What I'm going to start doing, because you will absolutely see some repetition down here, that DT87183B is a little identifier that I would sometimes indicate. If I see, like, there's going to be, if I have 1,000 of these cards, there's probably 200 with the Unisphere, at least 200 that are going to be the Unisphere with slight variations on the view. To when I start seeing that, like, becoming habitual, I'll put the little identifier in there once in a while to hopefully distinguish one from another. And then I know if I already listed that card, I'll do a search. But anyway, it's Unisphere with the New York State Pavilion in the background would be my title. I'm going to put with, that's hyperbole, New York State Pavilion. As they say in Calls Land. Done. There were site issues according to just about every detective. With eBay? Yeah. In different areas throughout the country, Maddie? I see another Unisphere, and I see flowers. I've listed this card, though. I know I listed that card. 2 girls. Yep, I listed this card already. So I'm going to leave this one for now, and I'll go back afterwards, not to bore everybody. What I do is I just go into eBay and I search, and I see if I already have that card listed. And if I do, I'm going to put an X in my SKU and move the card from B8 to wherever the card resides that I've already listed. And we have 2 of them. Good for the reseller, as Popeye says in his whatnots. There's a bus, Greyhound. There's China. There's a Skyride. There's some folks. Let's see what they call this one. Court of the President of the United States. Well, that just writes itself again. Nationwide, nothing more granular. Okay. $9.99, $8.25. A lot of views here, though, as discussed. You got a Greyhound. How do I not have Greyhound bus? In fact, that's going in there. That's a keyword. That's a Greyhound bus goes in. We'll abbreviate US for United States. Well, the Polynesian, look at this. There's a resort, isn't there, called the Polynesian Disney. Disney just hijacked everything from these World's Fairs. It's incredible. I always knew that to an extent, but I didn't realize how much they took or borrowed. This is $9.99. Greyhound, you got the Skyride, you got multiple cool things, pretty flowers, street action, people walking. Some more blowing off. So yes, what I do is I delete the photo from my thing. This way I know I listed it. I know I have it backed up in here. And I have the physical card in a thing. That looks like the tram that they use in Disney, doesn't it? I also have this one listed. I'm pretty sure. It's a Greyhound tram ride. So I'm not going to put that one up right now. I'm going to check that, leave that one for further review. There's our Unisphere, but something strange in front of the Unisphere. Let's see what this is. A boat, as they say. A couple of cool vehicles down there. What's that? Security. Go Greyhound and leave the driving to us. Some things never change. Unisphere. And what does this say? Showing escorters. Hound. I spelled escorters wrong. Don't know if there's a plural to escort. Off work now. You get to be on the big screen. Woohoo! Thank you very much, Lori. I'm honored. Inspired, not stole. Correct, Purple Circle. Best practices is what they call it in thievery. I mean, in business. By the way, I'm the biggest Disney fan on earth, so I am not ripping on them. I just think it's amazing how much they took from. Again, Epcot is a World's Fair. The whole idea of Epcot was, well, the whole idea was supposed to be the experimental prototype Community of Tomorrow, which it never turned into. It turned into a World's Fair. ESC, ORT, ERS. It just doesn't like the term escorters. I don't care. I think I'm guessing that's going to be somewhat unique, but I might be wrong. Let's just see for fun. Wow, look at that. Storefront model, $5,000. There's my card. There's another one of my cards. Don't see escorters. Let's look at, just take it to Postcard, Unisphere, showing escorters. There it is. Crow dumbing it down. Mark! SM Postcards with his usual pricing scheme. And then you got Eternal Loot. It's got it up for a solid $30. $7.99 all day. All right, there's 11. I'm going to submit these just to keep things moving. I'm going to do something first to change my external item ID. External item ID, which is this field, is what translates into on eBay your location code. So I have to do a manual tool here to do that. So you hit OK, and now it says B8. Hit submit. Does the photos first, and it gives me a chance to say hello to everybody again. Oh, yeah, Defunct Land is great. Absolutely. I've seen that, Matt. Yep. And, of course, legendarily, they had a Carousel Progress. It was debuted at the fair and then brought into Disney World when they opened in October 1st, 1971. We were there in November or December 1971, my first time. You just got a server down error? Man. So what do we have? We had 13 the first time and now 11. So we got like 24, 25 listings already. And thanks for hanging out, everybody. Hope you're having a nice evening. Hope you're having a nice time. I'll probably stay on for a little bit. Popeye will be on at just 55 minutes with his Whatnot auction. Anybody in a buy-in mood tonight? I'm in a listing mood. And there we go. A bunch of listings. Let me show you how simple this is. Well, what we're going to do is let's proactively. I'm going to change this to B8 on all of them again. So you go edit. B8 is just my location. Okay. Bam. All right. So what do we have? 13. I keep going back to 13 tonight. What's up with that? It's as simple as this. If you click on the last one, hit duplicate and custom duplication. Excuse me. I know I have 50 cards in every bucket. B8 has 50 cards. We would do 13. So I'm going to do 35. I'll make 35 additional copies. Oh, that's not enough, right? We have 13. I'll do 25 additional copies. It copies all that same information and just creates 25 more of them. And then it brings up a screen to list one. But if you go out and you can sort all of these, see how if you click on it, it sorts by the numbers, high to low, low to high, however you want to do it. But now, just like that, I have a whole bunch. Now I have another 38 to play with in this B8. Hope you guys are digging this. I love it. I really do. I love this program. I like it's so fast. And it backs up all my stuff, which is really nice. Here's this beautiful New York State exhibit, which again still stands, except unfortunately it doesn't have that glass. This is like a glass mosaic. They took that down. So you just have the external structure still standing next to the observation deck. Right across from Shea Stadium for years, and now it's Citi Field. But all this still is in existence, as is the Unisphere in Flushing Meadow Park. There's a blow up. This is one of the major icons and attractions of the fair. And there's the Greyhounds again. So we got a lot of cool keywords. I know this is the New York State exhibit. See New York State exhibit. The tent of tomorrow. I'm just going to put tent of tomorrow. Greyhound going in once again. And because of the Greyhound, I'm going $9.99. An offer. Look at that big old tire. U.S. Royal tires. I've seen a bunch of these. It's a Ferris wheel under the tire. Isn't that cool? U.S. Royal Giant tire. U.S. Royal Giant tire. How do we spell? Let's see what they say before I ask. Ferris wheel. This is a common image. You see this one a lot. $7.99 card. But wouldn't it be fun to ride in that? Joanne, you still here? Did you ride this thing? Anybody else that remembers being at this fair? We have Joanne said she was at the fair. If anybody else, speak up. Let me know how it was. Just missed it. My parents were there, though. I have lots of pictures of it. Beautiful, really nice photos, too. Slides that I wouldn't sell. They're like family heirloom kind of stuff at this point. And there's that monorail. Now, the monorail predates the fair. The monorail was in Disneyland in 59, 58, 59. Somebody correct me if they know. I have this card listed, though. I know I have this one listed already. So we will not list this one right now. It's probably another dupe. But all in all, I'm astonished at, 40 some odd thousand cards. Very, very few dupes so far that I found, which is really nice for me. There's nothing wrong. It is good for the resale and all that to have multiples. It's easy, right? One listing, 10 cards. I get all that, but I like having unique cards when all possible. Like right here, you can see. Didn't we just list this one? There's another one. So I have two in this pile. There's a nice aerial view. Let's take a look at that one. I like aerial views. I'm going to put aerial view. Unisphere, of course. What would a 64 card be without the Unisphere? Court of Nations. Not a repetition. Just play around with words. Put Court of Nations first, then Unisphere, things like that, just to distinguish the listings. And reflecting pool. I'm just going to put pool. And let's take a look at the aerial view. Remember this one? Doug Edmonds says yoke. Is that the same card we already listed? You know how we could tell? We could look up this and see if my listing comes right up. And there it is. We just listed this. This one is a lot more faded. This one has the scalloped edging and this one doesn't. So it's different. It might have a different identifier too. So I'm putting it up. And we're going, we'll make this one $7.99 because it's faded. All right, and I'm going to see when I go out of order, I have to find the one I just listed so I don't forget to delete it. I don't accidentally dupe. There it is. This one we just listed too. Remember the Chinese Pavilion, the Greyhound. We listed this one. Wish You Were Here. We didn't list Wish You Were Here yet, did we? I've seen this card a few times already. What's up, Kelly? No, it's okay. Just listing postcards, man. Listing postcards. You were here. Empire State Building, which is almost as common as Niagara Falls. Bam. No thought into that one. Yep. Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty, White House. I think Mark has a whole video about DC cards. Capitol Building. There's so many. Although I've never come across one, I would imagine like an Alamo card, any like, super, super famous thing that's been produced a zillion times over, marketed a zillion times over, is probably not worth a lot. That's an artist sketch, right? Sermons from Science. Sponsored by the Christian Life Convention under the direction of the Moody Institute. I wonder if this is an artist. What do they call that? Not artist sketch. Like before something is actually built. Hey, Annie.
1934.
Miss Flippett walks home with a 1934 Following Christ or something little booklet. We'll look that up.
That should sell.
That should sell.
Should. Mrs. Flippett knows her religion.
That is funny, Dawn. Sermons from Science. Methinks that's unique. Let's see if we're right. No, artist concept, I guess, is that what it's called? $10.99 in that one. We'll go $9.99. Yeah, I'm going to put artist concept. Ring says that will sell. Yeah, the little Bible thing. Absolutely. Little inside tip. Mrs. Flippett's uncle, who is now deceased, was pretty big in the Roman Catholic Church and worked in the Vatican alongside Pope John Paul II. And by virtue of that, we have lots of Vatican and Pope stuff, which we've already sold a couple of years ago. But it's like every time she goes over and visits her parents, we come back with more.
No, that was from the convent.
That was from the convent. So never mind that. But Mrs. Flippett's uncle did, in fact, work. Here's another artist concept card. That's nice. Pavilion of American Interiors.
All right, headphones going on.
Oh my goodness. Interior artist concept. We'll go $9.99 because it's a concept by which we measure our pain. Boom, boom. This looks like another one. Johnson's Wax. Ooh, we got a little something going on over here. Looks like a hair got in the machine. That's not cool. I might rescan that one. Wax. A hair got in the machine or something. Within a circular colonnade, gold disc. $850, 3, 5, 1. Yeah, there's somebody, man of my own. Hot $7.99. But this is how fast they go down. Trying to find one I know I haven't listed. This is one I haven't listed. Let's see what this one is. This would be the Thailand Pavilion. Photogenic buildings on the roof of a Thai mundup. That's right. The DNA, no extra cost for the DNA either. I guess this would be a mundup. And just look right out of the gate. I want to see how many Thailand Pavilion cards are there. There's a few. Picnic's got one. I'd like to call out people that watch the show. Yeah, there's a common card. A lot of people. Paper Chase going for the lungs at $22.79. So we'll stick with our usual pricing scheme. Where was that? There it is. See what that one is. Also looks like Adventureland in Disney World, but this would be the Caribbean Pavilion. Below glass face structures, Spanish tile roofs, steel bands, calypso singers. Let's go calypso singer. Search that. How you doing, Nostalgia Pickle? What's going on, man? Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming in. Just listing postcards tonight. Not a lot of other nonsense going on. Just listing some postcards. Got to get them up. Figured others might listen, join in. Thanks a million again for everybody who did show up tonight. I really do appreciate it. Just figured we'd hang out and do some listing. Let's list that one. $7.99 sounds good to me. If I could find it, there we go. Oh, there's a cool view underneath that. Let's see what that is. I don't recognize that one. This guy right here. This is the, look at that building. The Bell Telephone Pavilion. People like Bell Telephone. Bell Telephone print ads certainly sell well. Moving chairs. I look for just, some keywords potentially. Picture phones. Wow. I remember that too. When we were kids, everybody always said one day we're going to have picture phones. They really never turned into picture phones, did they? Think about it. Did we ever really have a picture phone? Cell phones came out and they started doing video, but is that really a picture phone? A dedicated phone on your desk that has picture capability? Good night, JC. Honeydew handed to you. Oh, very good. Manj. Enjoy, JC. Just popped on a smash that like, waiting for your sale. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Hopefully you'll get one. I like that. Moving chairs, it said, right? Moving chairs. And just because I haven't seen this one yet, I'm going to look it up. $9.95. A picnic is in the game here. Rose City. I know those guys. Ephemeral Spirit. Ooh, there I am again. We'll stick with the $7.99. Let's not be greedy. All right, there's 10. I'm going to do 10 more. Let's blow them out. Submit and catch up with chat. Time for dinner. Enjoy, Karen. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. You hear Sherlock? Do you really? I don't. Is that the baby boy? What you doing? You do hear Sherlock. You guys have better ears than me. I'm immune. Kohl's big sale ends tomorrow, folks. 85% off. Meow. Don't meow. What's that, a baby? You said daddy? It's the mommy. Mommy's doing cookies. Mommy's doing the cookies. Oh, Chuck, boy. It's a Sherlock. What are you doing?
Are you done?
Nope. Sherlock just came up to sniff the microphone and say hi to everybody. Right? Sherlock thinking that Daddy has some food. He sees none and jumps off Daddy's lap. That's what Sherlocks do. Sort of, Lori. It's bizarre. He has like a weird meow sound now and then. I mean, he could bark, like, but then he could do stuff like that. That's him. If anybody hears that. Honey, I don't have anything. Daddy doesn't have anything. There's nothing up there. What? And you hear that, he goes, yes, he is talking. He's a bright boy. He's having a conniption is what he's doing. Now progressing to the box. So stand by, everybody. Let's see what the Sherlock needs. What's the matter?
What was it?
Lima beans.
Oh, okay.
All right. Sorry about that, everybody. Hopefully the interruption is complete. Chewbacca. Yeah, looks like him too. Yeah, he goes. And he's still crying. Still crying. Still whining. Because Mrs. Flippin forgot to close the door, you see, when she came down here. So now we have to deal with this. So well done, baby. Well done. Hold on. What did we just list? We listed not that thing. What did we list? This one. Is that Coca-Cola? Do I see Coca-Cola? Don't know. I see Coca-Cola. Excuse me. There's a Coke Pavilion. Dawn about to eat too. 7:30. Everybody's eating this late. Your dog understood. He talks boba, or whatever it's called. He talks quasi cat, quasi dog. That's the Coca-Cola Pavilion, everybody. As indicated here, the Coca-Cola Pavilion. Tower of Music. Okay, so we have Coca-Cola Pavilion. We have Tower of Music. Is that a search? Pain in the neck keeps slipping. $8.99. I think I have one of these up, don't I? 6, 8.15, 8.99, 8.99. We'll stick with my usual. There's a $9.99 I have up because it's a multi-view that has the Coke in there and Chrysler. All right. Coke. Here's another weird looking building. Let's check this one out. Also looks very Disney-ish. Extremely Tomorrowland-ish. Look at that. Festival of Gas. This is where Dawn giggles. The Festival of Gas, folks. First at the fair, the gas industry's exhibit. I'm going to put industry. Oh, it has a fun house, a carousel, and a puppet show. Puppet show. What do you think is the most? I'm going to put fun house. show. There we go. Dawn with the comedy. Had to see that one coming. House of Gas, everybody. Is that what's going on in the middle? A couple of horses? Can't really tell. I think so. At any rate, look this one up. Crow, bring it down. Same thing. I'm always kind of right in there, you know? Go a little bit higher, take an offer if it comes, that's all. Get them up. That's my mantra. Just get them up. I did. I put Coca-Cola. You're saying put sign? Drinking rum and Coca-Cola. Is Mike still on? Said he's a fan of the Andrews Sisters. They had a big hit, rum and Coca-Cola. Well, look, here's what we could do. We could hit cancel. We can go back to the Coca-Cola, which was this one. And I'll put Coke sign. Mark said to do so. In fact, we're going to put that before Tower of Music, because how many people are going to search Tower of Music versus Coke sign, right? It's like this, little modification. Who's Kevin? There are collectors that look for Coke signs and postcards. Awesome, Mark. Thank you. The word Coke sign, right? I mean, it's always a instant, eye opener whenever I see Coke in anything. But Coke sign as a twofer, I would put that in there. I'm just trying to find stuff I know I haven't listed. A bunch of these I know I listed already. This one's different. Is that Texaco up there? The sign? It's hard to see when it's small. No, Pepsi. Walt Disney's It's a Small World. This is a good card. Good card. For me, it's a good card. Oops. Disney. Small. I'm just going to put Small World to save space because we have to put Pepsi. Got combo of Disney and Pepsi in one thing. That's a good thing. See what it actually says. Pepsi Cola Pavilion. So put Pavilion. Mark bought 40 at Mary Martin auction a while back and have a video. I remember seeing a video about the Coke. Look at that. Pepsi, an early iteration of the It's a Small World iconic ride in both Disneyland and Disney World. That's its original guise as debuted here at the 64, 65. Oh, UNICEF too. That's a triple whammy. What's up, Vintage Vaughn? How you doing? Welcome to the show. We are listing postcards tonight for the last hour and a half. There's a blow up for this one. I just like it. I'll look it up, of course, but I'm going to price it up because it's Disney and Pepsi. Yeah. Cool, man. Thank you. Maybe we'll put that price up too. This one, I want to look it up, but I'm still going to price it up because that's what I do. $850. There's my card. There's my card. There's my card. Look at all the cards that come up when you list, folks. All my cards, except for Crow's postcards. I'm just going to put $9.99. Handful bucks. You know what? Again, Mark. Let's defer to Mark. Let's defer to Mark's greatness. Just because there's a Coke sign, we're going to go $9.99 on that one too. Thank you. X in the mail. Okay, so we did Disney Small World, which was this one. This one we just did as well, so I definitely have at least two of them. This one we just did. This one we just did. This is the one there's 1,000 of these views of the Unisphere with the flags. Hall of Nations or something, I think it's called. I should know after the 10,000th card we've listed like that. Let's see what this one is. That would be the Schaefer. Is the one beer to have when you're having more than one. You might remember Schaefer. Schaefer used to sponsor the New York Mets, and that was the commercial. Schaefer is the one beer to have when you're having more than one. Folks like beer. It's called the Schaefer Senna. Is that what it said? You know, after a busy day of schlepping around the World's Fair, you want to kick back and have yourself a Schaefer. Fiberglass Haven for footsore, thirsty visitors. That's funny. Weekends visitors are met and greeted by outstanding sports celebrities. Ooh, see, I told you the Mets sponsored by Schaefer. Sport celebrity. Greeters. I'm not sure. Is there something with a Pepsi being a ball sign? Could put umbrellas, but that's kind of. We'll see what this one. What comes up with this one, if anything. $10 from Lucy Max. Picnic always in the game. Picnic is definitely. I see him all the time with these World's Fair cards that I'm doing. All right. I'll stick with my $7.99. Everybody like the layout? You can see everything, right? That really matters. That's why I'm off to the right. I took my images down in the right now, which is a new enhancement they added to StreamYard where you can kind of place your image wherever you want. They used to have it blocked in just one spot. But I figured this gives everybody the most, the maximum screen space. All the action's really at the top left with titles and stuff like that. Where was Schaefer? Was this Schaefer? I think so. The Paul Schaefer Pavilion. Now, Schaefer's a good beer. I haven't seen it in a while, but it was very popular where I grew up. So was Lowenbrow. Whatever happened to Lowenbrow? You guys have Lowenbrow around the country or up in Canada? Let it be Lowenbrow. There's another commercial. A lot of beer commercials. Still are a lot of beer commercials. I do think most of these have been listed already in previous, not tonight. Well, a couple have been tonight. This one's tonight. The China Pavilion thing was tonight. Was it this one, though? Is it a little bit different? Let's see. Might be a slightly different view. Let's give a gander. It also has the skyline thing. All right, let's compare this one with what we have listed already. Everybody have that view in their head? Does anybody remember if that's the same one that we listed a few minutes ago? I thought it was a different view of the skyline thing. Skyride. In the way, just hit cancel, go back to that one. You could also expand all these things. Oh, China was in the previous one I already listed? I thought it was in this batch of stuff we're doing now. What the heck? China. No, there was something else in the China one before. Morris C. View is great. Looks great on your 50-inch TV. Thank you very much, Morris. Cool. Yeah, you get to see a lot of detail on the cards. You can blow these up really big. Look at that. We'll do Republic of. This is what I did before. So I wanted to make a distinction here. We put Swiss Skyride before, right? How can I word this differently? Landscaped garden. Oriental Palace, I'm going to put. Make it different. And then Sky Ride. That goes to 9. China. Chat covers your face. Oh, does it really? Not on my... That's not a bad thing necessarily, by the way, Mars. Kelly says just do copy too. Yeah, you could do that too. Absolutely. I put an X in my skew and I just indicate that there's multiples. I think it's a different view though, a slightly different view. It's off to the side more than the one I listed already. But obviously I'm going to run into some dupes. Haven't had many of them yet, but in this batch there's definitely several. All right. This one's different. Let's go to that one. Another artist. Astral Fountain, which we did list earlier, but it was a different view and it was nighttime. This is not Astral Fountain, Central Column of Water, day, time, distinguish. Sometimes it tells you like what land it's in, which I would throw in, but this one doesn't do that. Anything else anybody could see? It stands out. Oh, we got the Unisphere back there. We got a French flag. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, Kelly. Luckily, not that many yet. Like, all things considered, not that many yet. But something like this, World's Fair, it's just such a common thing, and there's so many of them. But like the 39 and 40, which I finished finally a little while ago, a week or two ago, not that many dupes in that pile, which is remarkable. A lot of like you said, a lot of very similar views, absolutely, but not very many dupes, like true dupes. True dupe, true dupe, true dupe, true dupe, true dupe, true dupe, true dupe. Yeah, we listed that one. All right. I'm going to let these go. I'm going to update my external item ID. This little tool, macro. Submit. There's another 6. So 6 and 13, 35 something cards already listed. On the PC, chat is off to the right, but on an app, on the TV, it's full screen. Gotcha. Okay. That's all right, Mars. Yeah, I'm on the reason I keep looking to my left, if anybody doesn't know, is because I'm reading all the stuff on the PC, which has YouTube going, so I could see what you guys see as opposed to what I see. If 2 cards are the same, the one has a postmark. Absolutely, I look for that too. If one is posted and one's not posted, I'll just put that word in there exactly, posted or unposted. I try as hard as I can to make them unique, but sometimes it's it's impossible. A lot of the New Jersey beach town postcards I have like in quadruplicate, if that's a word, or quintuplate, or whatever. 4 and 5 are the same things, which is fine. And what I do is I just list it once and I put the X in the skew and I put 5 of them together in whatever tab I have that lot of cards in. And then if one sells, I just relist it. I figure if it sold once, maybe it'll sell twice. That's happened a few times. And there we go. Unless we go to B9. Let's see what's in B9. Douglas Evans, congrats on the scanner. Oh, Doug got a scanner? Hold on. Did I miss that? I'm going to stop sharing for a moment. And I can come into the chat again and catch up a little bit. There we go. There I am. Hi, everybody. Well, hope you dug that. 35-ish cards listed. World's Fair style. That's my world right now, is 64, 65 World's Fair after spending a couple of weeks in the 39 and 40 World's Fair. And now I can see comments back on my screen. It looks so much less cluttered. Kelly's saying 40,000. Absolutely. Congrats on the scanner. Where do we have? Here we go. Amazon. I missed this one. Sorry. Just delivered your flatbed scan. I got about 300 print ads stacked up. Going to be a busy few days. Congratulations, Douglas. Have a ball. Set it up one time. You might have to play a little bit with the settings to get it the way you want it to look. Resolution-wise, all that stuff. Make sure it captures the full image. But once you have that set, you can kind of save that as a default if you want for print ads. And, I mean, I never have to look at those settings anymore. Thank goodness. Once I set it originally. Have a great time. I mean, it really makes a difference. Remember, it's not just for print ads. You could, if you are into albums or LPs or 78, you could take pictures of those, scan those. It looks really nice. Postcards, even if you don't have a duplex scanner, you can put My goodness, you might be able to fit like 10 postcards at a time on there. I don't know, front and back. You can have a bunch of listings all scanned at once. There's many, many things you can scan. Sheet music. I sold some sheet music today. Yippee. Sheet music. I use that scanner for. Magazines as a whole. If for whatever reason you want to sell a whole magazine, you could sell a whole magazine and scan it on the flatbed. You're welcome, man. Good luck. Hope you have a lot of fun with it. Band stuff. Sorry. Getting together. April 18th already. Can you believe this? It's almost May again. CJ doesn't know how to save the scanner settings. You can make, see, I'd have to turn mine on, but maybe I will. Hang on a second. I'll turn it on so maybe we could do it together. I better not screw up my scanner though. Let me just tell you. Hopefully we won't screw this up. Oh, Sherlock. Knock the power out of my scanner. There we go. All right, firing up the scanner. Got to help CJ here. Can't leave him hanging. All right, scanner is on. We are talking about the same scanner, right? Just so I'm not going through all this and it's the wrong scanner. Sherlock, stop. It's all gone, baby. Dog driving me nuts. Excuse me. Okay. All right. Cool. Actually, maybe let's see if we could share the screen on the dock action. I will try. Looks like we can. All right, I think I can show this. So let me know if you see this. Yeah, you do, right? You know, I'm not sure if there are, Doug. There probably are. There's a video for everything nowadays, right? If you need a hand, though, I'd be happy to. And actually, we're in it right now. All right, cool. That's what it looks like. Let me see if I can move this over to the right. If that moves it at all. No, it keeps it the same. Okay. Get rid of the banner so you can see as much as possible. There we go. See, it's set up to scan. If anybody wants to copy these settings, this is how mine is set up right now. I was up at like 600 DPI. I went down to 300. Heard about that whole eBay throttling down images. Like you could go, I don't know what the number is exactly. Annie had a video about that a while ago, but I think there's a lot to be said for that. So like, although the quality, I want my quality to be good. 300 is fine. 300 is fine for the print ads. Yep. Plus Tech A3. That's my settings right there. If you want to, anybody wants to look at that and copy it, you know, obviously we'll see where it says saving folder, all that stuff. You just click on and you can point it to whatever you want it to point to, you know, whether it's a external drive, a cloud-based product, your own computer, which is I have mine set up. But that's my settings. If anybody wants to copy that, you definitely want to have that max scan area. In my case, you definitely want to do color. and the resolution. And just so everybody knows, when you do, because I know it's sometimes an issue with the duplex scanner. If you set this up with scan mode color and you have a black and white image, it doesn't give you that crazy super black, super white thing. It comes out pretty close to exactly how it looks in real life. So if anybody, CJ or anybody else, you just want to look at that for a minute and maybe pull yours up and copy it, or definitely Doug, because you're starting. If you have a moment, check it out. You can see some of the cool options over there, like which I've never tried, but I don't want to mess around with it because it's set up exactly like I want it right now. But you can see it says like it'll take away, what does it say? Remove punch holes, remove background, denoise, character enhancement, all kinds of fun if you want to play around with it. But this is, I set mine up to be JPEGs. You could do PNG files. You could do PDFs if you want. You can scan to a PDF, which actually is one of the options on the left. You could scan to an email. Yeah, you're very welcome. I'll leave it up there. Just let me know when you guys are done. Well, CJ, if you want, I could send you an email with a screenshot if you just want to mirror that. I mean, it works perfectly for all the magazines I scan. Hydron. I recently bought an Epson two-sided scanner for work online stuff. Turns out that it has been great for my personal paperwork. Great. Oh, yeah, it's fantastic for record keeping and stuff, for your own stuff. Just paper, receipts, things like that. Absolutely. Ideal. I have that right here. I don't know if you can see it. I have an ES400 duplex scanner, and then I have the big A3 in the back, which is for print ads, sheet music, records, anything big that you want to take a scan of. Newspapers, if you wanted, you could do that. You got it. Cool. How about you, Douglas? Do you want to take a look? You just took a screenshot with your phone. All right, beautiful, man. Good luck with that. Hopefully that's helpful. What else could we do here? I got like a solid 10 minutes. What else can we help out people with? Anybody want to look this thing up? This is the thing my wife just brought home. Leather bound. Following of Christ. Pretty good condition. I need my glasses because I can't see anything. It's inscribed. So what year we got? I've sold these things before, or variations on it anyway. Age toning present, clearly. I don't know if you want to see. I don't want to block anything. Got a little image of J. Christ there. You got all that stuff. Ave Maria press. That's funny. Made in Belgium. Some scripture and whatnot. I see a year anywhere. If I see a year in that? Oh, 1934. Came out in 1934. I'll check this out. If anybody wants to look that up, knock yourself out. It measures 6 by 3.5. A couple hundred pages. Wow, actually 542 pages. Nice condition. Binding is nice. We'll see what that goes for. Mrs. Flippett brought that home for further inspection. And there it goes. Excuse me again. It's a wonderful thing, absolutely. Screenshot with your phone. Okay, awesome. All right, everybody. Well, thank you very much for coming in. Hope you had some fun. Got some listings up. Maybe you did some listing along with me. I'll see everybody on Friday. Maybe we'll do some more listing. Maybe we'll do the print ads. Kelly's dying to get some print ads listed, and I'm sure some others are too. But in the interim, I'm just going to keep loading up on the postcard listings. Hope you have a great week ahead. I'll see you on Friday. Have a good night, guys. Good night, Mark. Thanks. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.